Hey, Sunny here. We're going to continue to cover our lesson on Wind of Change by the Scorpions. Last lesson I covered the intro and it ends on here. So from this C chord, which is this regular open C chord, which is C A3, D2, open G, B1, and open E. Now, once you hit that C chord, that's when the verses start. So you got C, la 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 la, and the D minor. The D minor chord is open D, G2, B3, and E1. So again, C, la 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 la, C, D minor, down to go, keep on, and then down back to C again. Listening to the wind. Back to that part. Changes. So now the thing about that is that once you play the C chord, let it rain out for one measure, and then you have this mute thing going on here once you go to the D minor chord. So you go C, 2, 3, 4, D minor. Let me show you how to do the mute thing with the timing. So once you get to the D minor chord, the first beat you don't do the mute. So you go D minor, second beat you do the mute. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that's the over the D minor chord. So you go D minor, 2, 3, and 4. Alright, so that's the mute, only 3 times in that one measure. Okay, now and then go to C chord again. Now over the C chord, the first beat you got to mute right away. So it goes, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and on the 4, and you got to go 4 times, down, up, mute thing, go like this. All right, so let's repeat what we have so far. So over C chord, nothing, 2, 3, 4. D minor, nothing, first beat, second beat, go 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, and now now go to C chord right here. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, and back to the same thing again. Okay, and then we repeat the verse again, and it goes back to the C chord, right? End on the C chord. So August summer night, and it's D minor, soldiers passing by, and then that part right there, when you do the D minor chord, you gotta go 1, 2, 3, and 4. So the only last 2 is muting. You do the 3 and mute, and then 4 mute. So go 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now go to C chord again. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So the C chord again, when you play, you gotta skip the first beat. And the second beat, you gotta play the D5 and G5. Use my ring finger and my pinky. So you go 1, 2, 3, and 4. So on the 3 and on the N, you got to go from 5 on the 5th fret on the D, slap the 7th fret, and the 7th fret on the D string. I'm sorry, G string, pull off on 5th fret. Alright, so again, start from that. So from the C chord, nothing happens here. An August summer night, 2, 3, 4. D minor, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, and then C chord again, 1, 2 on the D5 and G5. So go 1, 2, 3, and 4. And back to the turn around. Now this time, after you finish that verse, the whistling will begin again, but it ends on the open G chord. I'm sorry, open G note. So again, open G again, and you mute one time, and you mute again, and you're back to the intro, just like we did in the intro. So what I'm doing is I go 10th fret on the the A string, slap the 12th fret, 10th fret on the D and G, and then 12th fret of G and B, pull off on 10th fret, and then 12th fret on the D. So after you play a 12th fret, you gotta hold it for a measure. 2, 3, 4, 1, mute. So that's exactly the intro the second time, but you gotta mute on the second beat, and the third beat again, and then you go 10th fret on the D, on the A string, slap the 12th fret, 10th fret on D and G, 12th fret on the G and B, downstroke 12th fret on the G and B, pull off on 10th fret, 12th fret on the D, and 10th fret on the G string, bend down slightly, and 12th fret on the D. So again, next part. So it's the same thing as the intro. You go 10th fret on the G and B, hammer on the 12th fret, and then 10th fret on the G and B, and 12th fret on the D. And after you play that, next you gotta hold it for one beat, and then you gotta go. So you go from 10th fret of D and G string, and hammer on while using index finger holding both string. On 10th fret, you hammer on the 12th fret only on the D string. You pull off on 10th fret, back to 12th fret, and then 10th fret on the D string this time, slightly bend. 12th fret on the D, on the A string, and turn around. And also saw the acoustic guitar go out, the strumming pattern. But anyway, so that one last part again. So you'll So let me show you how the strumming goes when you come out of turnaround that time. And it goes to the chorus. So the strumming, first of all, let's talk about the chord. The chord is the verse, so it's also C, D minor, and C. And go to turn around. And do the C again, D minor, C, and then turn around again one more time. I'm sorry. It's on the open G note. Alright, so the strumming pattern on the C chord, you gotta go like this. So what I'm doing is I'll do the C chord, I'll do one time down, and then down up, and then down up down, and then up down up 5. Basically, it's 5 times. And you go to D minor chord, the same pattern. So again, so it's like 1, and then 1 up, and then again is 1 up down, and then up down up. So it's 5 times. So again, the pattern goes like this: 1. One more time, slow down. So we go D minor chord again, same pattern, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, back to C chord, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, and then back to turn around. And strum again, C chord, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, D minor, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, C, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, turn around. So turn around, D minor, I'm sorry. And you play the G, open G string one more time, hold it for 2 beats, and we go to the chorus. Okay, after the last chorus where you end on an open G note, let's go say. You crank up a distortion, go to the chorus. You start from the C chord, G, D minor, G, C, G, D minor, C. And then you gotta do arpeggio on the A minor, F, G, so the again the chorus is just all power chord or open chord. You do a C chord, and then G, D minor, G, C again, G, D minor, G, and do arpeggio on the A minor chord. So you got open A string, open A string, second fret of D, lightly mute, first fret on the B string, second fret of G, and you go to F chord, you go D3, G2, B1, G2, so the whole measure goes like this. And you go to G chord. So I'm just play the lightly mute on the low E string on the third fret, open D, open G, third fret of B, and then play the B3 and E3 together. And on ends on the C chord. 2, 3. You gotta, after you play the C chord, you gotta on the after you write on the third beat. After the third beat, you gotta play the third fret on the A string, slide to 5th fret, open G string, third fret on the B string, slide back down to 1st fret. You let go your hands on the top. So 2, 3. So again. After you go to the slide down to 1st fret, you gotta play the C chord again. So basically you go like this. 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 4, and then you go back to the verse again. Same strumming pattern, C, D minor, C. Okay, after that we're gonna go to the bridge. It goes like this. Let's start from the arpeggio. So the bridge chord, the bridge right before the solo goes like this. You go A chord twice, and the last beat go open open A, D, and G string, and hammer on the second fret of D and G. So again, go 1, 2, 3, and G chord. After you play the G chord, after you play the third beat, you gotta play this. So we'll go from 7th fret of G slap to 9th fret. Play the 10th fret of B. Play 9th fret again on the G, slide down to 7th fret. And then 8th fret on the B. And back to A chord. So again, the whole thing, the bridge, start from the A chord. G. After you play a G chord that one time, you gotta go to C chord, and then go to D minor, and that's when the solos start, after you play that D minor chord. Okay, the first two measures solo is play over E chord, 2 measure, alright? So you start from the E, so that's the beginning of the solo. So you go from 9th fret of G, 10 and 12 on the B string. I use my middle finger and my ring finger on those notes. So you bend up from the 12th fret on the B string, half step up and release down. 9 again on the G, 10 on the B, and 12 again on the B string. This time you bend up, release twice. And then you go from 15th fret on the B string, you bend up 1 full step. Basically you bend from 15th fret to 17th fret. So the whole thing again. Now while you're still on the E chord, you gotta play this. Alright, so over there you'll play the E chord, you go to F, and then G. Okay, and the notes behind that part, the phrasing go there. So you play the 5th fret on the E string twice, and the 7th fret on the E string one time. Kind of get a little stop once you play. And then 8th fret on the B on the E string. 7 on the E, pull off a 5th fret. And then 8th fret on the B, 5th fret on the E, 8th fret on the B, bend up full step. So far with this. I'm sorry. One more time. Next part. So you go 8-5 on the B, and then you go to 8 again on the B, and you bend up full step. So 8, 5, 8, bend. So far with this. You gotta release back down after you bend up full step on the 8 and release. So again, whole thing slowly. From the top. Alright, the next measure is over E chord, and then E major and then A minor. Alright, so basically you play E chord twice and A minor twice. Two beats each, so it's one measure. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then F, 1, 2, G, 3, 4. So those are the next two measures. Okay, so once we come out of the you gotta go from 5, 6, and the 6 again, bend up full step, release, pull off on 5th fret, and 7 on the G, B5, and 7 on the G string, bend up full step, release down. Pull off on 5th fret and ends on 7th fret again. So that part. So far we have this. Next part. So you're back to the 9th fret on the E, and then 10 and 12 on the B string. So you go 1, 2, 3, you bend up, half step, release, and half step. Okay, you don't pick it after you pick the first time, you just let it do that. And you pick, and you tab on the 16th fret on the B string. Release. And then release the 12th fret back down. So again, slowly goes like this. Again. After that, the next chord is A minor. It goes like this. So it's 20th fret on the B string, bend up full step, and then 20, 18, and 17 on the B string, hammer on and pull off on 18th fret. Okay, and after that, the chords is F, G, E, A minor, D minor, E chord, and that's ends the solo. Alright, so the measures are, it goes 1, so it goes F chord, 1, 2, 3, 4, G, E, 2, A minor, 3, 4, B minor, 2, 3, 4, E, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and behind that you'll play the you stop on playing octave. This is all octave now. The first octave is 7th fret on the D and 10th fret on B, with your index finger flash blocking the G string, so you only hear the D and B string. So you play it. So after you play the 7th fret and then you play the 10th fret, the 9th fret, 9th fret again, and the third, you play 10, 12, 14. So far with this. after you play that, you kind of and you slide to 12th fret from the 14th fret, and then 15th fret, 14, 12, and then. So the last part I'm playing 19th fret on the B string, bend up full step, and then 19, 17, 19 normal, and then 19th fret again, bend up full step. So that's the whole solo. Okay, let me play for you the entire solo again one more time. So after the solo, I kind of repeat the chorus again, and that's pretty much the whole song. Thanks for watching, and enjoy.